Let's hope I can get through this without crying. I doubt it.
Hey there, and welcome to Mind Spark by Stacey Ray. That's me, Stacey Ray, and this is my beautiful family. Mike, my semi-pro football player, Gabe, the bassist of Only Child, Zeke, an amazing songwriter and youth player, and my Spitfire, Layla, the crescendo of our family.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Stacey Ray, and you're here at Mind Spark by Stacey Ray. I thought I'd do a video today and talk to you guys about the 3 reasons why I started a YouTube channel. I'm going to try and get through this without tears flowing down my face. More than likely, that's going to be a struggle. So I started this YouTube channel for a couple reasons. And I've been really focused in on trying to become monetized. And this is why. So my number one reason is because I'm a single mom. Not by choice. It just seems to be the hand that I'm dealt through in life. Every time I think things are great, they end up not being great. And I get blindsided in some way, shape, or form. Whether that is cheating, drugs, or other addictions like gambling. Unfortunately, those 3 topics have affected my life in more ways than I can count. It has left me rebuilding my life multiple times. And if you've been here, you've seen some of my newer videos and such where I talk about like the most recent things that have happened and the struggle. So when I started this YouTube, it was to help me financially. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sugarcoat it and say that, oh, the money doesn't mean anything. I'm not monetized at this point, and that's okay, because through this, I've found multiple perks to it, I guess you could say, because I'm a very artistic person. It's a way for me to release that creativity inside of me that I've unable to do at this point just because of being a single mom and not having a lot of free time. It also was very therapeutic for me, being able to have an outlet to share and to relate with people. It's been very helpful in that aspect. But as far as when I first started this, it was to hopefully become monetized one day and be able to have another form of income. See, this is where another form of income where I can support my children and be there for them and give them the life that I didn't have, and them to never feel like they're lacking. I know money doesn't replace a parent in their lives, but I don't want them to ever look at me and be like, it's my mom's fault. You know what I mean? I went without because, mom didn't have. Because if you are in a broken relationship and you have children and the other parent isn't involved or not quite involved as much as they could be, you know that a lot of the time falls back on you, and it's unfair, but you can't be upset with them for feeling that way. So my number one reason is because I'm a single mom. I would love to be able to bring in another form of income so I didn't have to live paycheck to paycheck or anywhere close to it, you know what I mean? Without having to put them in, my youngest, in daycare, so that I can work a second job and lose more time than what I already do with my 9 to 5. That's my number one. My number 2 is for my kids. So I have 4 children, and if you've ever watched my intro, you know their names and a little bit, a snippet about them. But I do this for them. And that kind of breaks off into two categories. I do it for them because I want to be able to showcase them, because especially my older ones, they really have their personalities kind of set in place, and their dreams and their heart and what they love. Whereas my youngest, Layla, she's 3, we're still exploring life. But my oldest is 22, my next is 20, and then my youngest boy, he's 15, and then Layla, that's 3. So when it comes to especially the 3 older, I want to highlight them because they are so unique and so gifted. And that's mama talking. That's mama bear, seeing the beauty in her children, but they truly are. All 3 of my kids are so musically talented. My oldest boy, you can give him any instrument and he can play it: drums, guitar, bass guitar. He used to play the xylophone in school as well as the drums. He can play keyboard, like he's his own one-man band. But aside from that, he's also a semi-pro football player and trying to, work his way up. He has a full-time job and he has a family, and I'm about to be a grandmother. He also stepped up for his girlfriend's daughter and is being a stepfather to her, and it's just, I'm proud of him. And his talents, I want to showcase them, and you'll see that soon. This weekend he has his first scrimmage. It's actually going to be televised as well. My kids, my younger kids, the 2 younger ones, myself and my best friend and her son will be going and traveling to his very first game. And I'm hoping to showcase that with you guys. So fingers crossed that I don't mess it up because I'm new at this. And I am able to get some pretty cool shots of that game. But then there's Gabe, and he is the bassist in a band called Only Child, and they write their own music. And they've been trying to make it ever since, pretty much, within the first year out of high school, they've been, forming this band together. And the guys, they have such a chemistry. It's awesome to see. I've watched him, perform at local venues. He also, side note, his very best friend, who I considered my other child, passed away in a motorcycle accident, no fault of his own, in front of our old house. Like, not in front, right down the street, like 5 houses down, 4 houses down, while leaving our house. And every year they do an annual benefit, and I'm hoping to share that with you next year when that rolls around in April. But he played at the benefit, and they wrote a song for Zach. And sorry, I told you I wasn't gonna make it. So I've watched him perform there, and I'm sure that was probably really hard to do. But and then on top of it, Gabe is just so intelligent and so witty. He's so funny. Like, he will bust you up any chance he can get. Whether that's taking a photo of you unexpectedly and it's just the right angle to make you look completely ridiculous, or if it's his humor coming out, he's just amazing. And there's so many good things on the horizon for him, and I want to share them, but I don't want to overstep my boundaries, as Gabe is a little bit more private when it comes to his personal life. But when it comes to his music, he, I think, would love the publicity from even his mother putting him out there. And I'm sure the bandmates would love that as well. So I'm hoping to share some of their stuff as well, as I get to see them grow and evolve and everything as well. And then Zeke, my 15-year-old, he's a songwriter and a ukulele player. And the kid blows me away because he really started writing his music at around 13. And Zeke's always been different. Like when he was little, I don't know where I learned it from, but it was an affirmation. And it was, God didn't send me to earth to fail. He sent me to succeed gloriously. And we used to do that every night. And he, like, once he started learning to talk, he picked that up and he was so enthusiastic about it. And I truly believe it shaped him into the person that he is today because he's so spiritually so deep. He's an old soul, 100%. I'm hoping that him and I can, you know, put some time in together where he just shares his heart and, you know, his story, because he has a very unique story. So yeah, so there's Zeke and his music, and I do have a video up. I'll share that with you guys as well. You can check that out. It'll be in the description below. I'll try to remember that. In that same token, like I said, it kind of like branches off here. Like, I want my kids to know that it's never too late to try. It's never too late to rebuild your life. And that ultimately, I want them to see I'm not a failure. You know, I'm not just working, you know, a 40-hour-a-week job, struggling to survive, you know, type of thing. And I'm sure I'm going to just plug this here because I'm sure you see all this pretty stuff behind me and you're thinking, what is she complaining about? I literally just moved into this apartment and it was nothing short of a blessing how everything unfolded. I downsized significantly after my now ex left us unexpectedly and literally didn't have enough money in that house to live there, but was scraping with my Amazon influencer money, and income tax came in at the right time. And I was able to get rid of a lot of things, sell some things, and move in here, and was able to get some new things like this pretty thing here. It is on my Amazon storefront, as well as many of the things you see behind me. And you can always check that out. Just figured I'd plug that there. But, and just so everybody is aware, like, this is all new. We didn't have this type of stuff before. So when I branch off into my kids, I want Layla to see as a young woman that it's possible. You can become something even if your situation isn't the best. And then I kind of touched on this with my first one. My number 3 is it gives me purpose. It gives me something to do outside of my norm when I can't really go outside of the norm. I don't have the finances to do a lot of things extra throughout the week. It allows me to release my creativity and hopefully pour from my cup into some others. Yeah, there's a lot of hurt and trauma and things that I'm working through currently in my life, but there's a lot of good stored up in here as well. And my desire has always been to help people and to make people laugh and smile and just feel like they belong, because I was the girl that never belonged. Back when I was in school, I was bullied and picked on and made fun of and the outcast, you know. So in my life, I've always tried, or in my adulthood especially, I've always tried to make people feel like they're accepted around me. I hate when people feel like they can't be themselves or they have to be a certain way to fit a mold, and that their uniqueness because they don't look like somebody else and they don't dress or wear their makeup and all that type of stuff. Like, that doesn't make them any less of a person, because in all seriousness, this is a meat suit. It's a shell that we're in, and who we really are is who we really are on the inside. And in most cases, 9 times out of 10, that's a really beautiful thing. And unless you've been tarnished by this world to make you ugly and cold on the inside, there's room at my table for you. And even the ones who feel like they're ugly and cold on the inside, if you give a little bit of yourself and you show a little bit of yourself, you're always welcome here as well. Because we can chisel away that hard stone around the heart. Restore, right? But anyway, purpose is my number 3. And that fills my cup, making me feel like I have a purpose in this world. Other than being a mom, because I love being a mom, don't get me wrong. But it does make me feel like I have a purpose. So, with all that being said, right? That's why I'm doing this. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm posting, and you see me on my social media platforms really pushing myself out there and trying to gain subscribers and everything, because I'm a mom who loves her children. And I'm a person outside of being a mom who is trying to find her place in life where she can be who she wants to be as well. If you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button, give this video a like, stick around, be a part of my family, my friends that become family, because I would love to have more. I hope you have a great day. Bye.